Welcome to Sidebar. I'm Eric Berman. I'm the Communications Director here at the Massachusetts Association of Realtors, and I'm joined today by Michael McDonough. Mike is our General Counsel and Government Affairs Director. And Mike, thank you for joining me today.
Thanks, Eric.
So we'll be talking today, this Sidebar, about Monell versus Boston Pads LLC. So Mike, what are the facts of this case?
This is a very important case, Eric, and the facts of the case are fairly simple. It involved a number of real estate agents who worked in and around Boston. They worked for several different brokerages in Boston, and they were let go from their offices for one reason or another. And after that point, they decided to bring a claim for misclassification to the Massachusetts Superior Court in Boston.
Okay, so how did it get to the point where, now that we're talking about it today?
Sure. Well, the case, as I said, was filed in the trial court, and that court issued a decision in 2013, a decision that was very helpful to the industry. And essentially what the trial court said is that a real estate agent and their broker can choose to affiliate as an independent contractor or as an employee, just as our license law specifically says. Now that decision, as I said, was issued in 2013. Again, a very helpful decision, but the plaintiffs did appeal that decision, and that case went to the Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court.
Now, why did it go directly to the Supreme Court? Because I know typically there's a step before that, correct?
Correct. There's typically, these type of cases go to the appeals level court, which is an intermediate level court, but the highest court, the SJC, did take the case on their own. And the reason for that typically is because it's usually an issue that hasn't been addressed by the court, and they wanted to issue a ruling and give some resolution to these types of claims.
So what was the decision on June 3rd that the Supreme Court issued?
The decision by the SJC on June 3rd was that they affirmed the lower court decision, which means that they upheld the decision of the trial court, and that decision again was that real estate license law applies when you're looking at whether or not an agent and their broker should be affiliated or are affiliated as an independent contractor versus an employee. The court said that license law applies because it's more specific to real estate, and it allows for a broker and their affiliated salespersons to affiliate however they choose, as an employee or as an independent contractor.
Okay, now I know in the Supreme Court's decision there was something called dicta added to the decision. First of all, what is dicta and what did it say? Yeah,
there was a lot of talk and discussion about the dicta of the case on various blogs and on the internet shortly after the decision was released. Dicta is simply additional language that's instructive, that's issued by the court as part of the decision, but it's not part of the ruling itself. And in this case, what the court said in their dicta was that they recognize that they're leaving certain issues as unresolved for potential future cases, and specifically they said that they are leaving the issue of what factors or what series of factors might apply when you're analyzing whether or not an agent of a broker is in fact an independent contractor or an employee. So they essentially said they'll leave that issue for a later court.
Okay, so my last question is, what does this mean going forward for brokers and salespeople?
Well, we believe that it's a good decision for the industry and also for consumers. It allows that choice for agents, for salespeople, and their broker to choose how they want to affiliate, whether it's as an independent contractor or as an employee, whatever fits best for their office and for their situation. So we always think it's a good idea to review office policies and agreements, and certainly for brokers and their agents to adhere to best practices. Some of that information I know is on our website as well as on NAR's website.
Okay, well, Mike, that's all I have for you today, and thank you for joining me in discussing this issue. If you want to learn more about this case, you can go to marealtor.com/Monell, and that's Monell. Thanks again, Mike.
Thanks, Eric.